So what brings you to the Film Fest this year? Is there a particular film that you're excited about?
Well, I love the slate of films they have up, but particularly I'm excited about the night that Edina Realty is hosting their own documentary that we're going to be showing, Shame of Chicago.
Yes, and I know that there's so much going on with the way that our housing market is going, the way that we are providing housing stability for people. So thank you for sharing that story. So can you tell us a little bit about why this resonated with you and why Edina Realty decided to get involved?
Well, really, it's our parent company, Home Service of America, that decided to get involved with helping complete the documentary of Shame of Chicago, which is a 5-part documentary. But really the reason why we like to do events like this for our organization is the education piece, right? We see things happening here with redlining and the effects of that, what it has had on our community. So we just want to support films like this and up-and-coming black producers as well, so we can put their product forward so more can understand what's happening around the world, but especially in the Midwest. So that's why we're bringing the Chicago film here.
And I really appreciate you mentioning that and showcasing what is still going on with redlining, because it's like a number of subject matters that our documentary filmmakers showcase on, where you go, isn't that something that happened back in the past? Right, you're laughing because then we have to remind people that, no, there's still pockets where these type of things may still be happening.
Well, even our own community, when we talk about the story about Rondo, right? The Rondo neighborhood. But it's really people having their own reckoning with it, unpacking it in their own time. But really, again, bringing that education forward that we definitely aren't seeing in our schools, right? Yeah. Yeah.
And also not only the education about the historical context of a lot of these things, but also just the current education that's required to try and get more people in certain parts of our community into home ownership.
It's still the biggest wealth building tool that exists, so we need to educate more people on the opportunity to build wealth through home ownership, but also understanding that we have something called the Fair Housing Act, right? And it's about making real estate fair for all.
And I know one of the things that Edina Realty and a number of our other partners really does showcase on is modeling that concept for people who were really never shown that home ownership would be important to them.
Yeah, I'll just point out our Somali community. You know, it's growing large here, and really the pathway of them getting here was through subsidies, right? Yes. But now they're understanding that we can pull our money together, we can own a piece of the pie, and build communities within our neighborhoods that we're growing in. So absolutely, the education piece is good, but to your point, the current day, educating people on how they can, have home ownership within their own community.
Well, Mr. Hardy, if people are interested in educating themselves, or if there's somebody in their community that they're like, this is a member that I think we need to tell them where to start, what website do you suggest they go to with your partners?
No, I would say if you start with edinarealty.com, if it's being a career, because we need more change makers to become into real estate to be the pathways to those communities. But starting with edinarealty.com, you can look me up. I'm actually the director of our DEI initiative at Edina Realty, but I'm also president-elect of our local association as well, so I'll be president next year. So you can visit the association Minneapolis Area Realtors site as well and find me. But I have bus benches, so you can run into me anywhere.
I love that. That's one of my favorite things about every realtor I know is like, you look good on a bus bench.
Well, I think I look good. I look like I'm my little brother, but I still look good. I need to re-up that picture sometime soon.
If you need some help, we have some wonderful photographers here.
I see that.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hardy. Thank you to Edina Realty and everything that you're doing. We're excited to see that documentary and also to follow what you're doing as you continue to encourage homeownership with people in our community.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
And thank you very much for joining us. We'll be right back here on the 2023 Twin Cities Film Fest red carpet on opening night.